Hey guys, I'm Ed, and I thought we'd do something a tad different today. We are going to have a look at a game called LOL, which I've been playing recently. I used to play it ages ago, and I kind of got out of the habit of it. Let's go fly over to me, because that's probably what we're more interested in. This is my Smurf account, basically, which is an account that you start. I don't know why it keeps on doing that. That's the directed camera on. Sorry, I'm not completely used to this spectators mode, but basically the idea of the game is, I don't if anyone's ever played MOBA, or well, it is a MOBA game, or Dota or something like that. Basically this. I'm playing Ashe because she's on the free rotation, and as I said, I created a Smurf account because I haven't played in about half a year, and yeah. So what we're going to do, I'm going to kind of hopefully tell you kind of how to play the game, and we'll go through it a little bit like that. So as you can see, I'm kind of getting attacked. We're kind of just exchanging fire backwards and forwards. But basically, the idea of the game is that you want to push towards each of these towers like this, and you want to eventually get towards the enemy's nexus. Now, to kill the nexus, you also must have destroyed like a lane. As you can see, there are 3 lanes down either side. So you've got this lane here, which is bottom lane, the middle lane, and the top lane up here. As you can see, nothing amazingly has happened at the moment, but that's because we're at the beginning of the game. It gets a little bit interesting later. These are inhibitors, these things just here. Basically, when they are destroyed, they will start spawning from our inhibitor over here, super minions, which are a little bit more powerful than these guys. Now basically, the idea of these guys are really to help push lanes, but also if you get a last hit on a minion, which is effectively basically getting the kill on a minion, if that makes sense. So you can do as much damage as you want, but you won't get any gold from the minion until you get a last hit on him. So I'll see if I can. I think I start getting a few here. As you can see, I got some money there because I killed that minion. You can see they're trying to attack us. I don't know. I don't do amazing in this game, but as I said, I haven't played in a reasonable while. See, every time I kill a minion, I get some money for it. So basically, that's kind of the idea of the game. Basically, what we're trying to do is collect as much money so I can buy things from the shop. As you can see down right in the middle, you can see what items people have bought. And I'm playing Ashe here, and I've just bought a Doran's Blade. And at the moment, it seems I almost have the most minion kills in here, so I'm not doing too bad. Actually, not quite. Other people have overtaken me already. But yeah. But still. Basically, that's what the idea of the middle of the game is. If you can get a kill on a champion, that's good, but what you're really trying to do is just trying to get quite a bit of gold from the minions. So as you can see, we might exchange fire occasionally, but if you look, most of the time we're just trying to work to see, like, he's farming minions there and getting gold. I'm also farming minions, so that's kind of what we're trying to do. This game we kind of get carried quite a bit by middle. Middle does particularly well fighting in there. I mean, as I said, these are Smurf games. I mean, technically it should rank us up against people who have never played the game before, but it doesn't particularly do that awesomely very well, because I've found we've only had one game where we had somebody who had absolutely no clue what they were doing, and the other games we either had really good people or someone who was trolling us and pretending that they were really bad when they obviously knew what they were doing and things like that, which wasn't so good. So as you can see, I'm not sure, I think it's like 10 seconds, a new wave of minions come, and every, I think, 3 waves they spawn a super minion. I'll see if I can try to show you one of them in a sec. See, we've got another wave. Here we are. So these super minions have cannons attached to them. Well, I say super minions. It's not technically what they're called, but yeah. Basically, they're a little bit more powerful, they've got a little bit more health, and they do a bit more damage to the towers. You can see our tower has full health by the looks of it, and their one also has full health, so it's kind of back and forth at the moment. There's nothing really much. Now, if you can see these bushes along here, these are the brush. Now basically, if you're outside of the brush, you cannot see into the brush. That's why I used an ability there, which lights up the area around here, and it can also light up the fog of war if I shot into there and things like that. Now basically, as I said before, you can't see in the brush, but if you are also in the brush, you can see the enemies in the brush. Okay, as you can see, we got a kill over here. I'm not sure if he follows up with a different one. Unfortunately, I was actually expecting this to be a bad game, because we had some quite nasty people. I mean, I don't like Carthus. He's not particularly that hard to kill. It's just his ultimate ability, which you reach at level 6, which is kind of very powerful. It's got a lot of cooldown. Basically, his ability like that basically kills everybody on the map. As you can see, Eve is taking quite a bit of damage there, but she's not dead, she's recalling. Now, this spell here, what they're doing there, basically that's a recall. It takes about 5 seconds to do, but it automatically teleports you all the way back to spawn, where you regain health. As you can see, she's regaining health, and you can shop at the shop for new items. So as you can see, she just bought a health potion and some cloth armor down there. And each armor basically has different kind of stats. So you obviously don't want, if you're playing a magic character, you don't want to buy loads of items which is going to buff your attack, because obviously you don't actually attack, you technically cast spells. So, you know, you've got to look up for the builds, which I would definitely recommend. If you're thinking of playing this game, I'll put a link in the description, which will be my referral link, which will give me, basically gives me a few extra bonuses. If you really don't like me that much, you don't have to use it, but, you know, I would prefer if you do. And basically what I would do is pick a good champion that you want to play, maybe from the free rotation. As you can see, I'm playing Ashe at the moment. That'll change next week. And basically, just what I would do is look up how much... let's have a look over here, because there's a nice battle going on over here. Basically look up the recommended builds on a site called Modifier, or something like that, because that'll give you... Although it does give you recommended builds when you're in the game, they're not too amazing. As you can see, he's recalling back to his base. Let's go back over to my lane and have a look, see how we're going. As you can see, they've pushed us back quite hard. I think I actually recalled there as well. But yeah, basically that's kind of what it's doing. I'm going to turn it on to the interesting camera, which kind of has some AI to work out who's having a good fight and things like that, whether we're going to follow up with a kill. So hopefully we shall have a little bit more interesting stuff instead of what was just me looking around the map trying to show you guys how to roughly play the game. There is a tutorial, but it's quite helpful to know kind of more what you're doing. Oh, there we go. Carthus got the kill. He's down. But as you can see, he's not technically dead. This is his passive ability, so he was actually alive in that radius there. And that was where he could still do damage in that radius with his skills. So that was kind of like a, I think that was actually a game from our team. Pretty good. And you can see once again we're just firing a bit of to and fro, backwards and forwards there to try to make sure the enemy stays dead, basically. Now, yeah. So basically, a few more kills. Basically, they're trying to farm gold. We're trying to farm gold. It's getting a little bit more into the killing stage now. We're trying to get a few more kills. I'm not 100% sure where. Okay, so it looks like we're doing a small amount better than the enemy. Yeah, so we've got 2 kills. They've got 1 kill. But if you also look at the top, our overall gold farm is 8.2 thousand, whereas theirs is 7.3 thousand, which is kind of, basically we're doing better in the gold front, which means we can buy better items. So I think we're going to finish up with a kill here. Oh, yes, there we go. 1 for 1. They got me back. But we did take out one of theirs. Nah, I don't think he's going to get that kill, unfortunately. Go back to Carthus, what's going to happen here? Down spin. Eve trying to get a kill on Master Yi. Now Master Yi is evil for us. He ganks us twice, which is, it's not very nice. Basically, I think he's the person who he only gets 2 kills on me. And I think they're the only 2 kills that I actually have in the game. So we're getting a little bit frame rate there for the frame saving. I do apologise. He's not very nice. He's quite an easy character to play, and I think that's why he's basically very fast and does a lot of attack speed. I mean, I'm not saying Ashe isn't hard to play, but he has a lot of attack speed, making him very, very good as a character. And obviously he's not a completely new character since he's got a skin. I think 2 people had a skin on the enemy team, which was also why I was quite worried in this game. See, the camera's automatically flipping backwards and forwards to find, hopefully, the best battles. I mean, it's not doing an amazing job, we've not really picked up many kills, but see, there's something going on up there. Let's have a flyover up here. What's happening up here? Someone pinged it. It looks like what they're doing is they're trying to set up, basically they're letting the enemy push. Said we're back here, this picture is more interesting. But they are letting the enemy push, so hopefully they can get around behind them. Just go over here actually. What we don't want to do, we don't want it to move onto the automatic camera, so let's keep them moving around. Yeah, didn't actually work how I was expecting that to work. But basically they were trying to also set up some kind of gank. So basically what they were trying to do is get the enemy to come forward too much so they can come in from behind and take it. And that is effectively what a gank is. There are different kind of styles, like someone could hide in the brush down here and basically come up, finish off the kill, which he just did, which is pretty good, although he did just die by a minion, I do believe. But basically they can hide in the brush, as you can, he's building loads of Doran's braids. Basically you can hide in the brush and the enemy will push forward towards this tower, and then he'll strike, possibly using some kind of stun which will stop them moving, which then means the enemy can move back around. Let's go back to the interesting camera and hopefully have a look, see if we can see any kind of more interesting things happen in the fight while we're just trying to take. See, as you can see, the turret's aggroed on him, which basically means when you try to attack an enemy champion in the turret's range. Oh, narrow miss from Eve. Is she going to die? Yeah. Basically, if you try to attack a champion inside the turret's range, the turret will automatically lock on who's attacking the champion, just as kind of a self-defense mechanism. I think he's trying to set up a gank here. Unfortunately, I didn't really feel as if I could actually make it. As I said, I'm not particularly good at this game at the moment. I'm okay, but I'm nowhere near as good as quite a few people can be, so that was me firing that off to make sure I could see where the enemy were.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
There we go. So we have... I think they took one of our... No, we took one of their turrets. I think that was mid over here. Come up with a kill. No, not quite. Still going for a few last hits on the minions. Not doing too bad. We're kind of pushing towards them. I'm not sure how much damage have they done on our turret. Yes, they've done a small amount of damage on our turret, unfortunately, which isn't the greatest, but still. Ooh, we might even get another kill here. As I said, this person did... Yeah, there we go. He did do pretty well on killing that mouth. Oh, it looks like kills. Yeah. They got a kill on us, I think. Oh, I'm not sure. It might die. No. Oh, wait, no, I've been ignited. I could die here. Don't think I will. No, I'm okay. As you can see, that was quite close. They almost took us out. Took us one, because that's... You kind of want to go for burst kills a bit, so you want to kind of, you want to poke the enemy to try to make sure they, they're not getting the feed that they possibly can. So basically you want to keep them away from your minions, try to protect them, and go for the last hits. As you can see, look, that guy is just annihilating the tower. Still, I do believe I'm actually, okay, I'm just recalling, I thought I was taking damage there. I saw the flashing icon in the corner and believed that I was injured, but I'm just recalling.
A summoner has disconnected.
I think Eve was having a few connection problems. She comes back later. Oh, he's just going to follow up with that. This is kind of... Oh, we've got a Master Yi. I should say he's quite evil, I found. This one's not particularly awful. He knows kind of how to do it, but then you would expect that if he's got a skin. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, because this is our team. Fortunately, our team got away, which is good. As you can see, Garen, he's coming up for a gank here. So as I said, he's hiding in this brush here to make sure that if our I'm not sure, he's a new character, so I'm not 100% sure what he's called. If he comes along and comes out here, Garen would have came round, because we can't see inside this brush, he would have came round and tried to attack. As you can see, someone disabling the team. Oh, there we go. Oh wait, no, that's our team, Garen. There we go. Is he going to get the kill? See, personally, that Malphazar doesn't know exactly what he's doing. Oh, just in time. Are we going to finish up with the kill? Yes, we did. There we go. Someone else took the kill. Not really too bothered. I mean, I'm not really too bothered about kill steals. People get really angry about it, to be honest. You know, I feel I helped that kill. If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have got the kill. And if it wasn't for him, he also probably wouldn't have got the kill. So, you know, either way, we both helped each other. Doesn't really matter. I'm not bothered. Team game, you know. It's not really too bad. I don't do awful in this game. Yep, as you can see, this is the bad bit. Master Yi. Look at him. Takes out one. And then also finishes me off as well. As you can see, he's... As I said at this point, Yi is pretty overpowered, but then I was kind of corrected. He is actually just quite easy to play. Middle lane, just carrying us, taking us all the way into the middle. I mean, it's not really particularly complex. I mean, we're doing okay, Top's doing okay, but middle, he's just doing quite a bit better than the other person in the middle, unfortunately. But that's not saying, you know, doesn't mean that, because as you can see, we've taken a they've taken a turret over here. So just because middle is winning over here doesn't mean that this team over here, because I mean we've actually just lost a turret. I mean this has taken a little bit of a beating, but the minions are pushing forward. You know, still it's all to play for. It's not as if we've completely lost. It's just middle is kind of getting fed a bit. But as I said, it's still pretty even. I mean 9 kills to 7 kills. 1 tower to 2 towers. We still have the edge on gold, and just the edge on kills. But to be honest, they're not doing too much worse than us, to be honest, at the moment. You know, they can still win the game, unfortunately. You know, we haven't completely shut them out yet. As you can see, once again, trying to farm the gold. Not doing amazingly well. As you can see, he's also taking red buff. Now these are various buffs scattered around the jungle. Just wait until he's taken that. Switch to manual, and we'll have a look around. So basically, this is the area in between. Sorry, thought I was in the middle there. The area in between the lanes is basically called the jungle. It's kind of like a maze with lots of brush and different creatures. So here is like the wraiths, and it's exactly opposite the other side. And basically, it's a mirror image of itself. So blue buff is here, and basically, and other blue. Actually, one sec. If we turn off the fog of war, we should be able to see it. Okay, someone's taken our blue buff, but I think someone's taken... There we go. So there's blue buff. Now basically, that gives a mana regen, and the one that he took over here, red buff, that gives a kind of attack damage debuff. So red buff's kind of for like fighters, blue buff is for magic people. Now this is Baron. He gives kind of an all-round buff, which is just amazing and epic, but he's really hard to kill. So you kind of need your whole team to go unless you have a really good tank. And this here on the opposite side, he is Dragon. Now Dragon basically, oh, I think we're going to wait. No, I thought there was going to be a kill there. Basically, Dragon, he gives 190 gold to the entire of the team which kills them. So he's also quite nice because 190 gold is. It's not amazing, as you can see. I got 20 gold from that, but he's worth doing. You know, he's worth doing because that's 190 gold for the whole team, not just one person. What's he shooting at? God knows what. I think he was trying to kind of charge it up for a kill, but kind of missed. As you can see, still trying to get the last hits on. Got a little hit on there, just kind of poking him to make sure. Try to keep him back towards the turret. Few attacks here. I think we're going to finish up with a Yi kill. See, this is because our whoever was playing mid was doing so well. Basically, he actually I think he's Varus. That's it. Because Varus on our team was doing so well, he could kill Yi quite a bit with a 20-second respawn. And basically, the respawns as you go through the game they slowly increase just to make it. So right at the start it'll be like, I don't know, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, you know, nothing really major, and you also don't get a lot of gold. But as you go through the game, you get bounties for people. So, for example, since Varus has taken quite, you know, done quite a bit of damage to the enemy, got quite a few kill streaks, basically, he is going to have a lot of kind of bounty on his head, so when he does get killed, whoever kills him and assists him gets a lot more money. Let's turn the fog of war off just a second, because it just helps a little bit more to display how the other people can see and things. See, he's just pushing him back. This guy's rather tanky. I'm not particularly tanky. I find this guy's normally pretty good. I get killed by this guy a lot. He doesn't get loads of kills. He gets a fair few. I mean, at the moment he's on 1 to 2, I believe, which 1 kill, 2 deaths. Not amazing, but then I'm also on 1 kill, 2 deaths. You know, as I said, I never say I'm good at this game. I would try to get better. I don't normally play Ashe. I might finish off with another kill. No. Let's get out of there. No. Finish off with a kill for them. It's not so good. So as you can see, we're not doing so good bottom. Ooh, he's low. He's going to finish him off. He got quite a big bounty for that. But unfortunately, that's how it goes. Continue seeing what happens here. Let's hope that, okay, he's just wandering around the bush. That's good. Seems something's happened over there. They're signaling us to get back. I'm guessing... Doesn't look like there is any kind of gank. See, normally when there's a signal like that, that means that basically there's probably going to be some kind of gank. But I think he was just worried the fact that, well, I'm not even particularly low, so... Not sure why that was there. Maybe that, I suppose that Olaf is quite tanky than the rest is. There we go, there's no for Garen against Karthus. So I think Karthus is... I mean, Garen's quite a bit more tanky than Karthus? There we go, that's the word. Although Karthus does has that ultimate, which is really, really, really annoying. As I said, I don't like that ultimate. It's killed me countless times and I've been low, just out of nowhere. It does give you warning, but it's not really, you know, if there's no support to heal you. See, we've probably got another kill there. We might actually take this kill. You can see Eve run off to Garen, and he's quite tanky. Can we finish up with a kill? Oh, nice bit of damage there. There we go, I finish up with the kill.
A summoner has disconnected.
And Eve's still having her connection problems. I'm sure she'll be fine. Just continue to farm the minions. It's not so important in late game, but still, it's enough that you want to try to... He took his own back on Yi, taking him out. You know, you still want to try get the kills on the minions. Come on, is he gonna? Yep, there we go. So we got another kill there, and I think we actually take back this turret as well. Yep, there we go.
Blue team's turret has
So
been
as you can
destroyed.
see, we kind of pushed and made it a bit more even on this lane. We've got a turret there and a turret there. Both, you know, a little bit more even. So they've taken 3, oh wait, they haven't taken 1. They've only taken our rock tower, and that's it. And we have quite the edge over kills, and we'll farm now 17 kills to their 10 kills. 27,000 to their 23,000. Still, we've not completely lost the game, but I think we have quite a bit of the upper hand, to be honest. I mean, team fight, well, kind of team fight a little. Not particularly, it's not the whole team, it's only 2. Ooh. Oh, you see, this is Karthus' ulti here. There we go. Anywhere in the map, he can do damage to everyone. But since he had so low health, he used it just to finish off him. As you can see, that's why it's so nasty. It's kind of... It's a little bit like how I see snipers in games. Ooh, E with his second kill on me. And he's probably going to get this kill as well. Yeah, there we go. But they can kind of kill you from nowhere. That's what I don't like about them, but, you know, still, people like them. I don't particularly, but... Not my fault, you know. People like what they like. Still, as you can see, he's taking golems. These don't give any buff. They give a slight heal, but they give some gold. As you can see, 32 gold for the first kill, 18 for the second. He is trying to take dragon on his own. He's not as tough as Baron Ashe, which is the big one with the big buff. But he's still pretty powerful. But it looks like he's easy to go and dragon down, to be honest. I'll say he's pretty easy to play. He got 250, but he gets 25 for getting the last hit on the dragon, so his whole team also got 190 gold, including him, obviously.
A summoner.
Trying to what Carthus did with that bomb there, but not really much. Turret. Yeah, I think turret's probably ours as well now. Someone got killing Olaf in the middle.
Blue team's
There we
turret has been
go. They've taken the
destroyed.
turret. We're doing pretty well off. 18 to 13. They've got up tiny bit of kills. Oh, actually, they've got quite a bit of gold though. Someone finishing off. I believe the Yi guy? Yeah, Yi guy. That's good. Yi was kind of was kind of me stealing that kill. I didn't mean to steal the kill, but it was kind of... I know I did quite a bit of damage. I wouldn't completely call it a steal, but, you know, they probably could have done it on their own, to be honest. It's not as if I helped too much, but I tried. See once again. Carthus, I actually kind of forgot that Carthus has that second life, so I stood in the area, hoping that he wasn't going to kill me, but he did it. I think this is the end of the game. I do believe they actually surrender right now, but still. Basically, if you guys are interested in playing this game, look in the description. I'll put a link. It's my referral, so I get a few extra bonus things. Not really much, just a few IP for my main account, which is main leveling thing. It'll help me out a little bit, but to be honest, I'm not really that bothered. Yeah, have fun. It's a good game, worth playing, and it's free. So I shall say, I'm Ed, and I say goodbye.